a woman is attracted to a man because other women find him attractive.
I get that.
This is where
totally get that.
This is where supply and demand always cross. You want him because fame, wealth, health, wealth, relationships, charisma, whatever.
Yeah.
But
you have a hot girl on your arm, you have a puppy, or you have
but every one of those girls,
kid,
every one of those girls who sees those 99s on those attributes, other women see them too.
Sure.
It's not just
So then is it law of attraction? Is it just energy? It's like that much momentum, energy built up that it like pulls in other girls. Then what is it?
It's funny. It's psychology.
So then how do they...
It's natural selection.
So only if they see you, then they're more attracted to you. So how do you pull in more women? Like how... I guess I don't understand. So you're saying you're a guy, and then if more women want you, more women will want you.
Yes, correct.
So how do these women find you?
So a couple of things. The first thing would be social media. That would be the easiest way to do it.
That's different. That's not real. I'm a crazy fucking whore on social media, and then my real life, I'm boring.
I understand what you're saying, but you will admit that what you do on social media still has an effect, even though you think it's fake,
well,
right?
I haven't been posting. I've turned my back on Twitter and IG at the moment, so I'm not on social media.
But you do understand that some people are on social media, and the things that they do while they're doing that, it is effective, right?
It's fake. It's an illusion.
Even though
it's fake.
Right. Okay. Let me ask you something. With Kim Kardashian's, 47 million followers,
she's losing a lot of things because she's a bully.
Correct. Okay. While that may be true, but you would admit that having her account, she could make money from that, right?
Yes.
There are some that it is moving. It has some gravity to it.
That's true.
Social media has some gravity to it, right?
But it's like the lie of reality.
Again, but you keep saying the lie of reality, but the point is it is effective. Like
business-wise, yes. Like you
forget business-wise. It creates attraction with women.
Okay,
it's undeniable.
You see someone that's hot online. It's a
forget
picture.
about no. It's not even that. It's like they are traveling. Someone who's traveling. Someone who's around beautiful women. You know how many times you'll see a girl hit up a guy because she sees all the other girls following him.
Okay.
Right, so are you saying like Dan Blazarian? Let's just
sure.
So he has beautiful women around him, obviously on his social media.
Yes.
So what you're saying is because of that, more women are going to be wanting him.
Yes, they're like, why does she? Why do they want him?
That's not hypothetical. Girls literally hit me up to try to get in touch with Dan. Like some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life, like fighting. There was a story about one time, I believe he was in San Diego, one girl kicked another one in the head for standing too close to Dan. The level, again, Dan is not talking them up. Dan is not even spending money on them. It is half the things he goes and does are comp. Like when he goes to these gun ranges, they pay him. So he's not paying money for any of these. These women are literally fighting to be near him because other women are fighting to be near him.
But is it they're fighting to be near him or they're fighting to be posted on his social media?
But so he does it. That's a great point. For the last 5 years, he hasn't tagged a single girl. He doesn't tag girls on his social media anymore.
Literally, this is like primal. This is like how there's there's animals and all of the females want that one male because he's the most dominant one.
So extreme polygynous societies would be like elephant, bull, seal, or a gorilla. Bonobo would be a little bit more egalitarian, where they're polyamorous.
Okay.
Whereas humans, it is throughout the majority of human existence, only 25% of males have ever bred or even had sex.
Wow.
Only about 25% of men have ever even had sex throughout the 110 billion or 110 billion humans that ever lived on this planet.
Wow.
So when you realize that we had a lot of surplus men, once we had not enforced, but encouraged monogamy, with Christianity and Islam and all this kind of thing.
Protect family, right?
Well, no, that was so that you didn't have a bunch of surplus men. So now these surplus men that were at the lower rungs of society or in lower castes, at least they had a wife and they could have sex with one person, have a child with one person.
Absolutely.
The sexual floor for a woman, even if she's unattractive, is still above 1. Dudes will have sex with the woman at the trailer park. It is still above 1. The sexual floor for the 5'2" Filipino cashier over at Walmart is 0.
Oh, God.
It can be. If he doesn't do anything to change it, it will be. And that's the issue. That's 30. Let's ask you a couple questions. The percentage of men in the United States right now that have 0 sexual partners in like the last year.
I have no idea.
It's got to be high.
What do you think?
Well, you just said 75%.
I heard you posted this. Say it again.
Okay, so 25% of men over the 3 million years of hominids have had sex.
I don't know, like 3%.
33% of men have 0 sexual partners right now.
Wow.
33.
So when you say 0, that means 0 in their whole life or 0 like in that year?
Between the ages of 18 and 30, they have 0 sexual partners.
But what is your takeaway from that? Because you posted
because
this on social media.
it used to be 12%. That's my takeaway.
Okay, so
my takeaway is dudes used to go out and meet women and have sex. They don't do that anymore.
But are we talking about bisexual, homosexual?
No, just men reporting having sex with the U.S. Census.
Okay.
The Institute for Family Studies. Now, here's the next question I have for you. The percentage of men deemed unattractive on dating apps. What do you think it is? How the percentage of left swipes, right swipes?
90%.
I would say like
85.
60.
It's 80%.
I could
Yeah.
never get anywhere on swiping apps. Never.
Again, but
Ever.
here's the thing, man. I could coach you, and I guarantee you, I'd get you anywhere you wanted.
Yeah.
It would
knowing
be very
your like
simple.
attributes, knowing how you
It's
take
not just
pictures.
attributes. There's just ways to take photos. That like it's not just the photo with the Lambo. It's the photo in Paris. It's the photo in Monaco. But it doesn't have to be expensive. It's the fact that one day you went to eat at Mastro's and the next day you went to fucking Roll and Smoke Barbecue. You travel. You're fun. You can show an experience, and you can take pictures where you color correct, and the photos. People want
They
to
look
look at what you're
amazing.
doing. You'd be shocked at how much attention you get from women just from having a normal, like an above average social media. It's incredible.
It's so
But
crazy to
are
hear
they the
you
women
say
that you want, though?
It doesn't matter. Like the thing is, but here's
I
the
think you have to
but,
start somewhere.
but here's
Yeah, there you go.
That's exactly right. The problem is men getting no action or asking, "Are these the women you want?" No, bro. For in the beginning, you need to be attractive to women, not attractive to a certain type of women.
Yeah.
Again, it's like, well, you know,
Beggars
I
can't
was
be
bench
choosers.
I was bench pressing 250 over at UNLV, but is that the same 250 over at fucking LVAC? Yes, it's the same 250. It's the thing is, you need to be attraction is attraction. Attraction status is status is status. The initial question for men who are not successful with women is not, do I get the right kind of woman? Is, can I, like, getting a physique where you have a smaller waist and broader shoulders, that is attractive to women. There's a 37 culture study done by Dr. David Buss where he goes over a 1.65 to 1 shoulder to waist ratio for men and a 0.72 hip to waist ratio for women that all 37 cultures found to be attractive, even the ones that were in the Andes, even the ones that were in Papua New Guinea, even the ones that were like Yanomamo Indians, had no cultural exposure whatsoever to the West, no magazines, no TV or whatever. They found the same things to be attractive. There are things that men can do to make themselves more attractive. Not attractive to the church girl or not attractive to the porn star. Attractive, period. And that's the thing that you'll find is that in general, women are going to find certain traits attractive in men, regardless of how many sexual partners that they've had previously. So focusing on which type of girl you get is the wrong question initially. It's almost like saying, well, I don't want those type of clients for my coaching business. No, I don't have a
get to-
coaching
yeah.
business. In the beginning, I need fucking clients. It's almost like having an OnlyFans to be like, well, I don't want those kind of people paying me. No, motherfucker.
don't get to choose.
You don't get to choose. In the beginning, now, once you're Joe Rogan, you're like, well, I don't want that guest. I can be a little bit more selective. But in the beginning, 33% of men with 0 sexual partners and 80% of men deemed unattractive on social media. You need to shut the fuck up and start listening on how to become more attractive. And they're very, very, and by the way, one thing I cannot stand are these dating shows that go off and they're like, what do men, who cheats more, men or women? Motherfucker, there is a stat on that. It is 20% of men and 13% of women. It's like, why wouldn't anybody take a second to look that up? They don't. That's what my show is about, evolutionary psychology. Instead of asking these questions, who cheats more or why do men do this, there are actual, solid, provable, immutable reasons for the answers to these that no one ever looks up. And instead, we watch Dr. Phil and Oprah talk fucking nonsense, or people, or the fucking people on The View who don't use science for anything that they do. There is science to explain all of our proclivities, but it's really scary when you go down that path because that means free will isn't real, because it isn't. And so that's the thing is we're hairless murder apes. When you look at it from that standpoint and you're just like, okay, I'm just going to do the things that make me more attractive, the results they speak for themselves. They're fucking outstanding. That's why, like on my website, I have 30 different IGs that I helped cultivate for my clients. And when they went out and looked at it, they were like, holy shit, this actually works. Some of them have no women on it. Some of them are just guys traveling. Some of them have guys who are just really physically attractive. Some have guys who show money. Some have guys who are just with a lot of girls. But all these things are different attraction triggers for women. For men, we just have like kind of one attraction trigger. It's facial symmetry, hip to waist ratio, signs of youth. For women, they have so many different attraction triggers. Tattoo sleeves and broad shoulders and loud voices and lots of money and fucking this guy's from this college or this guy was on this TV show or fame. There's so many different attraction triggers for women, and for men, there's just like 4.